Creve Coeur District 76 Board of Education meeting is now called to order. Roll call, please.
Gibbons.
Here.
Hagel. Here. Captain Regan. Val Regan. Here. Tyler. Here. Reiner.
Here.
Bailey.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to welcome everyone to the meeting tonight. I think it's going to be a very long one. Okay, you can skip the district mission statement. We normally do that at the end of the month. Okay, are there any audience comments on action items listed on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to the payments list. We have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve the payments list dated June 28, 2016 and July 7, 2016.
Second.
Any questions? Comments? Roll call, please.
Gibbons.
Aye.
Hagel. Aye. Val Regan.
Aye.
Tyler. Aye. Reiner. Aye. Bailey.
Aye, motion carried. Okay, we need a motion regarding the fob system.
I'll make the motion to approve Midco Inc. proposal in the amount not to exceed $3,000 to upgrade the fob door entrance system.
Second.
Discussion. Give you a little information.
I'm going to give a little background. We found out at the last tech meeting that apparently the room at LaSalle that holds all the technology was unlocked at some point, and has been, I think, and apparently somebody accidentally, most likely, took a part that belongs to the fob system and makes it run. It looks similar to a fob, so it was probably an accidental thing, but it leaves us without any fob software now or anything else. So we have to basically get all the software back and update, and the price also includes a new computer because that one was ancient, but it was on to start with.
That's why you will see the 2823.
Right.
Mr. Wendelin just guessed no more than $1,000 for the server, for the computer to run it. So we guesstimated it. And that's why the motion says not to exceed 3,000.
But basically at this point, we can't update our system or make any changes, so I mean, it pretty much has to be fixed. We're still here. So, but that, yes, I'm under the impression that room will be locked.
Should be different key maybe? I don't see why we couldn't maybe put a code entry on it or something, or at least, yeah, a different key, because I think what happened is when those two rooms got damaged in the bathroom, they started moving everything out of those two rooms into the computer room, and so it was left open, workers in and out, and furniture moved in and out, and I think probably that's what happened. Somebody just maybe knocked it out. It could have ended up on the floor. I mean, who knows, but it's gone, and it's been missing for several months.
Oh, wow.
So, and Mr. Wendelin said that was crucial to get it fixed. You know, employees and everything.
And what's this migrate system? We're not going to do that?
No.
Okay,
We're
that's
just
what I
doing the
about
top
that.
part.
Okay.
Everybody comfortable with that? Roll call, please.
Gibbons.
Aye.
Hagel. Aye. Val Regan. Aye. Tyler. Aye. Reiner.
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye, motion carried. Need a motion regarding new surveillance cameras.
I'll make the motion to approve the proposal from Surveillance Technologies LLC in the amount of $16,600 for security cameras for Parkview School.
Second.
More discussion.
As you can see from the diagrams in here, this will cover pretty much every spot at Parkview. Mr. Johnson and I at the tech meeting also discussed adding another camera for the front of the school. The bike racks are out there, you've got parents that do use that front door. So we thought it was important to add one more.
Yeah, because this was looking at this one, they're all not that.
Also on that, I'm glad you brought that up, because if you'll look outside the computer room on the back of the playground, the one that is shooting out toward the dumpster in the parking lot. That one is supposed to be moved over here to shoot right along this back wall of the computer lab. So that would be covered.
Okay.
Right here.
Right here. Yeah, in this area. Just
Okay,
do
to
that
shoot
wall.
in there.
Right, take that one out and move it over there.
Okay.
I believe that's the only changes unless they see something and they install, but I think for discipline measures, this is a great.
Are they big room lights?
Right.
I don't think so.
There's two here, so you just move that one back there.
Right.
Okay.
I think it's, yeah, that one will move maybe over here to shoot this way.
No.
The back part of Parkview on that grass, you can't see the lines, there's one back in the corner, right?
Right. Yes, there are,
It's kinda hard to
There, it
see,
is hard to see
Yeah.
on
but
this.
then I see that now.
right by that
That's
back
good.
access door. This is a system that can be used remotely, so the administration can view these cameras from their phones, from home.
On the computers.
Right.
We went out to Robine, Pam and I, or Jay Wendell, took us out there and showed us. And Mr. Bennett took us in his office and he could access every camera at any time of the day. In fact, I'm told a story about the bike.
Okay, well, he had somebody that messed with a bike or stole a bike, and he took a screenshot and posted it on Facebook, and by the end of the day, somebody had identified those people and knew who it was.
Kid got their bikes back.
Right.
And it is a lot of money, but the funny thing of it is, I was going back, looking at old agendas to make sure we had everything on it. In 2005, we had a motion on the agenda to approve a security system for Parkview, camera and monitor, at $1,540, I assume for one. And this was 2000, maybe two, but that was 2005, and that was one or two cameras, so.
This is a one-time cost, there's no monthly fee, there's no, you know.
I don't, to be honest with you.
Well, in light of what happened last year, it might be a cost savings.
Exactly, yeah. I would at some point like to see something similar at LaSalle, but I think maybe start with Parkview since.
I do think we need to look at LaSalle too, and start handout. Soon?
Very soon, I hope.
Okay. See
That's
where our
up to the
money
board, I
is.
mean.
Well,
Yeah.
at some point, since we've brought up LaSalle, we need to talk about it. We'll talk about that.
Oh, when the
School
kids,
time.
when school's in session, okay.
Times are really changing.
They are.
Not a problem.
I know it's hot. But, you know, it's,
Okay.
with,
Okay, any other questions on the cameras? Mr. Giddens? Did you get all the questions answered, or?
No, I mean, I seen those little lines and I had to look close,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
yeah,
kind
it's
of hard
kind
to
of
see.
hard to see.
Yeah.
because that was the first area I looked at, and I got back, and then I looked real close, and I go, okay, I can see that stuff. It's just not a colored copy.
Right.
Roll call, please.
Giddens,
Aye.
Cagle, Valregan, Tyler, Griner, Bailey.
Aye, motion carried. Okay, F4 Chromebooks, do you want discussion first?
Yes.
Okay.
After the tech meeting and the principals were talked to, it came out that we need 42 at LaSalle without a cart. Those are going to go in special ed rooms, RTI rooms. I'm not sure exactly where, but they would be stationary in the rooms, is what Mick said. So he doesn't need a cart. And then for LaSalle, I mean, Hartfield, yeah, Mr. Johnson hasn't had a chance to assess, you know, what he needs really. So we looked at either one or two carts over there. The one cart would be $9,500. So I don't know if you want one, two, but here, the problem with it is, we really don't have a good quote yet. So I have no problem tabling it until we can get an actual quote from a vendor. I mean, this is Mr. Wendelin's estimate that it will not exceed this, but I don't think it's gonna hurt anything if we wait and put it on the next agenda.
It's up to you.
Do we need them before school, and can we just say not to exceed this and get it in
You
hand?
can,
You
if you're
can,
comfortable
that's-
with it, that's okay. He's on vacation, is why, and if you read the one email, he
Right.
gave us the most expensive usually, so he knew it wouldn't exceed it. The $11,000, Mrs. Cornwell tells me, can come out of Title I funds. We have until August to spend that. We don't want to go past August. But that's unused money that as long as the board allocates it for the Chromebooks, they will be covered out of Title I.
So as long as we do it by then.
Yeah, either meeting.
I don't care, it's up to you guys what you wanna do, if you wanna get it in motion now, or if you wanna wait.
Well, what, do they want, 60 or 30?
I'm sure they would take the 60.
We want to start with 30?
It's up to you guys.
How many did we do last year?
390 total,
390.
Okay, we were gonna go for it,
390
that's right.
total. And this basically, I think,
Yeah.
evens out what we didn't buy last year, what we cut back.
I'm okay with approving this and then the actual dollar amount. Can it over? What do you guys think?
I did not want to exceed it because
Right.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know about the Chromebooks right now and which ones will get
Probably
paid.
holding up.
Your advertising is for $180. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I
I'm
guess
not
there
sure
are
it's the same
differences,
one.
right.
exactly, it doesn't mean I don't know what the quality is, but I would want to exceed it.
Right.
Do you wanna wait and get the specs on it then?
I think it's the same ones last year and they're happy with them, right?
They seem to
He
be.
told me they would be as similar as they could be, because they're always
Well,
changing.
if that's a die, I mean, there's no reason.
And we know the teachers are using them, that's the thing.
Right.
The only thoughts at Parkview about
Yeah.
getting 2 carts was 1 up, 1 down.
My only thought is I thought we were thinking of even for upstairs, they're trying to do more of a laptop, so we do Microsoft and things.
We're gonna do
They
that
have-
with the lab.
Yeah, they have decided that they wanna wait 1 more year on the lab, because we're gonna see how much it's used. Because this report said at LaSalle, it's not being used.
I can understand that more, but, you know, writing documents and things like that.
Sure.
Right.
But I think giving Mr. Johnson time to get a feel how much they're using it,
Right,
and we
that's true.
integrate, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, maybe wait on the lab till next year, or at least halfway through this year. So, so what is the pleasure of the board?
1 cart or 2 for Parkview, I guess, is the only thing in question,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, if you're comfortable with it.
I'm thinking of the new math program.
Go to-
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
There's a new math program, it does have to have, it has an internet base.
Right, more internet.
6 or so.
We have to exceed 19, okay. And so who would like to make the motion?
I will,
All right.
because I wanna do it. Motion, well, I wanna do it a certain way. Motion to approve, to authorize Mr. Wendelin to approve the purchase of 2 carts and 60 Chromebooks for Parkview School in the amount not to exceed $19,000.
Second.
Go ahead.
Gooden,
Aye.
Gable. Aye. Bowden.
Aye.
Tyler.
Aye.
Reiner.
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye, motion carried.
What was the
Yep.
Motion to authorize Mr. Wendelin to purchase 42 Chromebooks for use at LaSalle School in the amount not to exceed $11,000.
Second.
Gooden,
Aye.
Gable. Aye. Bowden.
Aye.
Tyler.
Aye.
Reiner.
Aye.
Bailey.
Motion carried. We need a motion to accept the linkage agreement.
Make a motion to accept the linkage agreement between Tazewell County Health Department and Creve Coeur School District 76 for the 2016-2017 school year.
Second.
Discussion. I believe Mr. Wisdom called the health department on this one.
Talked to the lady, she said, haven't seen the letter though, but she's had the old letter in front of her, and said, would love to do it again.
Good to go.
I have a couple questions though on this contract.
Good luck.
First of all, it says to allow students, to provide access to students' grades, attendance, and suspension records. That's kind of a FERPA violation. So we can't do that unless each parent signs it. So we don't have a jurisdiction within this. so it has to be probably taken out. I mean, each parent signs it, so maybe it should be worded a little bit different, and parents
What did
sign.
you say again? What?
Lost two
It's number
paragraphs.
3 under school
It
district
says to
degrees.
allow students, parents, teachers, and staff, no, to provide access to students' grades, attendance, and suspension records. I mean, each parent, I would just put in there, a parent signs,
With permission?
yeah, with permission. I mean, I just don't think that should be.
You know, with parents' permission,
Okay, just add that to it with
with
parent
parents'
permission.
position.
Okay, and I have one more thing. It also says to provide adequate space for administration and programming. I know in the past, there's been a lot of complaints, not to the board, but individual parents coming up to board members and complaining their kids getting kicked off the playground, like after school, because they said the after-school program kids have it. Is that true, or can they both share it?
I think they could share.
I mean, maybe we need to tell them, this needs to be shared.
I mean, the only thing I would think is, the bigger kids play basketball, but I don't know, are they smaller kids as a rule? That stay there?
Yes.
Usually it's LaSalle children.
But it's
Maybe
also
it's-
just getting kicked off.
Maybe it's the way it's being handled,
Yes.
so,
You might want to communicate that.
yeah, communicate that to the
Right.
people.
Friendly spirit playground.
Right.
Yeah. Comments? Roll call, please.
Giddens,
Aye.
Cagle, Val Reagan,
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Griner,
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye, motion carried. Need a motion regarding the textbook order.
Make the motion to accept the, make the motion to approve the 2016-2017 textbook order in the amount of $10,580.27. Second.
Any questions? This is all disposable workbooks that
I have a question.
pretty much do every year. Okay, we'll see if we can answer it.
It says, like hardcourt, trophies, practice books, what are they? I mean, what subject? It didn't say what subject it is. I just wondering.
Mrs. Radovich?
Reading.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that's all I want to know. I just want to make sure we aren't doing that by accident.
Nope.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Giddens,
Aye.
Cagle, Val Reagan,
Aye.
Tyler, Griner,
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye, motion carried. Need a motion regarding the summer supply orders.
Make a motion to approve the 2016-2017 summer supply orders in the amount of $11,847.14. Second.
I'm glad to see this back. We haven't seen it for a few years, if you remember. Each teacher is given $135 to use for supplies in their rooms. Now, you'll notice some of them combine their amounts. It doesn't count the office. They need more. And some use less.
We have to talk about increasing that amount.
It's funny, Shelley and I just talked about that the other day, and it's been that amount for a very, very long time. Might want to think about it for next year. There's not much we can do now, since it's already, I think these orders are placed at the end of the year before school's out. So, right,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to increase it.
I'm sure they spend this and much more of theirs, yes.
Exactly.
Okay, roll call, please.
Giddens,
Aye.
Cagle,
Aye.
Val Reagan,
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Griner,
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye, motion carried. Okay, we need a motion regarding moving funds to the insurance again.
Make the motion to direct the bookkeeper to post bookkeeping journal entry from the education fund health expense line to the designated self-insurance trust account in the amount of $55,000 due to cash flow timing. Second.
Anyone need an explanation?
Yes.
It would be the insurance again. We don't have enough to completely cover it, so we're having to move from the ed fund into that special insurance. Having said that, there is an insurance meeting of a select few tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Noon.
Noon, okay.
Noon.
So we are still negotiating, we're still trying, but in the meantime, At least, right, you have to pay the bills, and it's only 55,000 instead of 75. And it is what it is, yeah. Okay. Any other questions, comments? Roll call.
Gidens,
Present.
Gable. Aye. Val Reagan. Aye. Tyler. Aye. Griner. Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. All right, information items. Written communication. Reminder of upcoming events. Next regular scheduled board meeting is July 26th. School registration will be Thursday, July 28th from noon to 6. There's a staff picnic hosted by the unions, which you have a flyer on your table. Will be Saturday, August 13th at the Ed Ashburn Pavilion from 1 to 4. And the first day of school for students will be August 17th. It's been a very short summer. Presentations and suggestions by board members. For future agendas, do we have anything? We really need to look at the library agreement again for the next agenda, since you're here and in place. All right, reports from the administration. Mr. Liston, what have you been doing the last few days, since you have officially been employed?
Actually moving from Coal City. We think moving would have come a long way. We hired a company to, first thing I had a 16-foot van, truck, whatever. I told my wife, I said, we're gonna get some of the boxes out of the way to make sure they have plenty of room on that big truck that's coming on the 13th, I think, whatever, or 11th, whatever yesterday was. They show up with a huge truck, 4 guys that looked like they were in the NFL, big guys. They were big. Guarantee they got their job on their strength, not their intelligence. But they started moving the stuff, and about 90% or 80% of them through the move, they said the truck is full. Bummer, you know, we're ready to get moved out, and there's still 10% of the stuff in the house. So I took off a day of school to do this. We're just gonna go rent a small truck. And but I thought moving, you know, we hired this company, and I've done it the old-fashioned way myself. And I said, we'll let someone else do it. And they never used a dolly, a wheelie, or anything that, when they picked up the piano, 2 of these guys that were twice my size picked up the piano, one on one side, one on the other, and running that thing out the front door and down 3 or 4 steps. I thought, I'm glad I paid them to do that. They lifted everything. They never did anything the easy way. I found some way to slide it out or do something. But glad to be here. We slept in Washington for the first time last night, like any new person moving to these. I guess the second truck that I got yesterday took me a little time to load that, get the house clean. Drove into Washington last night at 12:30. In this little 15-foot U-Haul. Told my wife we're the only ones up in the neighborhood, and we have no curtains, and everybody's kept back and seat, so they're sleeping one. I said, you know, we're walking around with, enough said there.
I think so.
Glad to be here. I'll let maybe some of the other principals talk, and maybe I can add some stuff, but glad to be here. There's been lots of friendly people. I stayed with Don Bachler for a week and a half, 2 weeks. Loved his dog, Sadie. Just a neat person. I want to thank Don for welcoming me and making me feel welcome. It's been a really good experience for me. The 2 secretaries, this bookkeeper and secretary here in this office have been wonderful. Board members have been wonderful. Everybody I meet, the teachers, this yellow flyer, I'm glad we put up, very nice to put on there. Welcome the principal and superintendent. That makes me feel very nice, and Patty, and thank you very much to both of you, Kathy, for doing that. So I'll let someone else talk for a little bit.
Mr. Johnson.
So very briefly, just some updates since the last administration report. In Vision 2.0, we've started receiving some resources. We received our 5th grade materials. So it's good to be getting those materials in, and we're certainly excited about the new math program and using that program. Schedule update, I have been meeting with members of the schedule committee on an individual basis. We've met within the last week, and right now we're on draft number 2 of the schedule. Getting close. We pretty much have the core subjects intact. And right now, we're still looking at areas of special education, RTI and co-teaching, but we're gonna get there. And you know, I think that most of our conversations that we've had amongst the teachers and myself has been fairly positive, and we're excited about that. Summer cleaning update. We've been doing a lot of cleaning recently. We had a scissor lift in the gym. The gym has been thoroughly cleaned. It's nice. Mr. Whiston was in there today and did a walkthrough, and it looks really looks nice and clean. The floor finishers will be in the gym Thursday, Friday. Drice Brothers, they communicated they'll be on campus in the next week and a half to remedy the elevator issue. And then painting panels, Mr. Whiston and I have been talking about getting the panels painted on the marquee side of the front of the building, and we're looking at getting that started very soon. So we're just hoping that the temperatures will be a little bit cooler, but it looks like it's going to stay hot and humid. But we're excited about making the building look nice. Ms. Conway communicated that student council was going to be purchasing some playground equipment, some swings to go outside on the playground. So we're excited at that opportunity for our students. And then last but not least, I received some information a little bit late, but I want to go ahead and talk about this briefly. Athletic uniforms. Mr. Nettles has been communicating with me in the last couple days about a need for some baseball uniforms, and also a need for some girls basketball and boys basketball uniforms. And we've talked about this briefly, Mr. Nettles and I, and what we've talked about is you trying to utilize the athletic activity funds, and then also communicating with the PACE Club, our parent organization, to see if the PACE would be willing to help us purchase the uniforms. The baseball uniforms, I wouldn't consider that to be an extreme cost. That purchase would total $522.16. Baseball practice starts the first week of August, and Mr. Nettles would like to proceed to try to get those uniforms so as we open the season. And is there an objection if Mr. Nettles moves forward with that purchase?
Is this just the jersey or?
This would account for 14 jerseys and then 6 pairs of pants.
Is that enough?
Well, that's what Mr. Nettles communicated, that's what he needed at this point for the baseball program. I assume that some of the pants are in good shape, acceptable shape, but that some are not. So I assume that's why there's a discrepancy in the number of shirts and the number of pants.
I have no problem with it, but we need to talk about our fundraising issues from here on out and how we're going to get uniforms and rotate them.
Okay.
But
I don't remember what the amount was in the uniform fund on the activity report. We don't have it this packet. But there is a dollar amount in there.
Well, I know that there is some in there's a baseball account, I believe.
There's also a uniform.
Is there a uniform?
Yeah, there's a
Line
uniform line item,
Okay.
and that comes from, I think, selling those cards at the end of the
Okay.
year. I'm not totally sure at this point.
Okay. I'll need to review that account. I haven't reviewed that account.
does anyone have any problem with the expenditure?
Well, I just wondered about the other two.
Basketball?
Yeah, all we're gonna do right now is baseball.
Yeah, I would, if you'll baseball, if we can do that, that's great. Basketball, it's more of an informational item tonight, but just as an informational item, I have one estimate from Mr. Nettles, and this is for 13 jerseys, 13 for the boys and 13 for the girls, and these are reversible jerseys. And total cost for both programs would be approximately $1,920. So that's
Game jerseys?
game jerseys. Yeah, they're the reversible type. We have one jersey, just turn it inside out. But we can bring some more information back.
Okay, because you have time on that.
Yes, I think with that,
As far as the
baseball, we're a little
baseball.
rushed. But basketball, I think we can research that a little bit further for you.
And I'm okay with it, but I would like to see when we purchase baseball. I don't want to do this yearly, and I want to
Right.
see how we're tracking them.
We need a rotation of some kind.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Consensus is?
Consensus is to purchase them?
Okay, and as far as those fund balance, it was in our last board packet.
Yes, it
Right,
was.
right, I just
And I'm
have
sure
it.
she
I don't have the packet with me, but it was in our.
Okay,
It was.
we'll take a look at those.
But since we have 2 more to purchase, you know, we'll go ahead and pay for this out of the ed fund and then work on the other 2.
I don't know that I like the idea of going to PACE for that, but if we can avoid it.
I think it's
Right.
okay, actually, because that's what it's there for, is the kids.
Okay, you
We'll
only
discuss
needed
that later.
$522.16.
That's for the baseball.
Okay, consensus is you have that.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
And on the table was Mr. McCormick's report. Okay, the parking lot. I'll just read. I mentioned at the last meeting that Arnold Construction estimated between 3,600 and 4,200 to drop and spread 6 to 7 semi-loads of white rock on the gravel area of the LaSalle parking lot. I have attached estimates for blacktopping the lot, and I believe that white rock is the way to go. When I last spoke to Mr. Arnold, he said that completing the project prior to the start of school would not be an issue. $54,000, $350 for the blacktopping.
Rock is good.
Rock's good.
We should get the companies
Wow.
or the concrete up there.
Okay,
Yes.
we talked to Creve Coeur meeting outside in the parking lot
Mhm.
after the last meeting. And Mr. Tony here, Mr. Liston, and Randy. And I said, well, hang on just a second, let me go check everything up. And so I went down the street, walked in the house, said, come with me.
Okay.
So I hauled him back up, and he looked at the driveway out here in front of the garage. And he said that with the intergovernmental agreement or whatever,
Mhm.
that he probably asked the guys, the
Mhm.
city workers, to do that maybe on a Saturday. To take out
The bus
the
barn.
front of the bus barn and have that done.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Probably wouldn't be like all new blacktopping, but they could cut pieces out and put that in, but if he would talk to the board about that, and then talk to you
Okay.
guys and see how you guys would want that done. Materials, and then the cost would be
Sure.
cheaper, but, they could come and, chat about that, and see how you guys would want that done, how you want to move forward, so, that's kind of what they had said, but they don't really have that removing
They don't have,
apparatus,
they don't
whatever,
have
we
pavers
just
or
talked,
something
yeah, they don't
that
have the paver.
that smash and lay down, where you lay down once. When you go down the road, you see them only have one lane, they don't have that vehicle anymore.
But they,
So they come in and they kind of cause a beat it down. But it's these great big grooves, just before you enter, you know what I'm talking about, where it's in bad shape.
Right.
Yeah,
but they are fixing parts of the roads and things, so when they do have like a patch and seal stuff,
Right,
they
it's
can do
different.
that.
Okay,
So
that
if
would
you
save
guys
us.
don't want that done, that's fine, but I mean, they do have that intergovernmental agreement, and if we don't have it anymore, we can get that done again.
Years ago, I know the village worked with the schools very well.
But they have
We try to
fixed
help
some
each
things
other.
this past year or so, for the school and the parking lot and the circle thing. And Mr. Aldrich said, they can get that done for us going forward, and they're more than willing, I know that Mr. Lang is more than willing to do that again, so,
That's great.
okay?
Okay.
So, we can talk about that.
All right, the other thing on his list was insurance and the speech rooms. It says, I spoke yesterday, Monday, with Tom Rega from our insurance company regarding the water damage to the speech rooms, and he has told me that we are good to go for getting it fixed. The approved bid was from Polly Builders, and with your permission, I will call them Monday and hope that we can get this wrapped up prior to school starting. Yes, we need that.
So has he been notified to go ahead, or?
Mr. Wisdom, have you notified, you probably just got this today, didn't you? Okay. Yeah, we need to get that done so that we can get rooms moved back over, because didn't we take rooms and put them at Parkview, and now they need to be moved back to LaSalle, I think. Our whole special ed went to Parkview. So, yeah, if we can get, and I think everybody needs to be moved back. Okay, then. I don't know why he needs our approval. We don't have it, do we?
Investment? No, we don't.
Mm-mm.
It's being paid for by insurance.
By insurance,
He's
so,
handled the rest of it, so I don't know
Right.
why.
I don't know.
Well, part of insurance gives the money to the district,
I don't know.
and the district
Maybe.
then allots it out.
Right. Okay, we just need it finished. The speech rooms need to be finished. Period. Okay. Okay, building and grounds. You just gave us kind of an update, Brenda. We need to talk about it a
Right,
little more.
so we need to talk about Homewood.
We need to get our architects in here. Have you heard from them?
Yes, he, a couple weeks ago said, you know, he would be right in, and I haven't seen him for a while. He made that call.
Okay.
But he wants to go through each building with the principals and just
Okay.
show us what he needs to look at. Since he's new,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a new experience for him and everybody, so.
Well, once that happens, then we need to get together and have an actual meeting for buildings and grounds.
About Homewood.
So at this point, everything's been kind of put on hold, so we've already done our walkthrough
Right.
with all the buildings, so.
Mr. Giddens.
But the next critical thing we have to get done is the life safety. Is that what you're talking about? I mean, they've done life safety for all the schools. They're new to us. So,
And he talked about that, that's gonna be a big thing this year.
We've got a year to get that done. It won't take them that long, but
I thought it had to be done this August, turned in this August.
no,
No,
Okay,
no, I don't believe so.
he'll be doing it this year.
Right,
Okay, thank you.
right. But I think we need to make that decision on Homewood first,
Right.
Right, it's like I thought we were getting estimates on both already.
because we switched architects. We have the one
Oh,
from
so
the
we
other
could do
one,
the estimate.
and
Okay.
so we couldn't go out and solicit bids. But if we switched architects, then of course, then we're gonna have to pay again for them to go through and give us exact amounts for,
Right.
demolishing it or fixing it.
Right, that's kind of why everything else, I mean, we've had things done to the buildings, you know, the elevator
Right.
and all of that. But it's kind of like everything else was put on hold until we had the architect in place.
Right.
Tony's here to follow up.
Right, but I just thought we were, a
Right.
few months ago said you wanted bids on demolishing, how much it would cost.
It didn't go anywhere.
Okay. That's fine then.
Because we couldn't get
Right,
bids.
okay,
I didn't
because
know that,
the architect
architects
was
don't do
switched.
that. You don't do that, you can't go out and get
Bids.
bids on a specific project, I guess. Mr. Johnson, I hate to put you on the spot, but
Yes.
do you have any information about the elevator?
Yes,
He said it.
Next week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
next week, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay,
You missed
I
it.
missed it.
yeah, end of last week, the Dries brothers mentioned they'd be out in a
Oh,
week and
yeah.
a half, within a week and a half, to do the work.
Okay. How long, any idea?
No, they didn't give me a scope of time or anything of that nature.
Yeah, okay. All right, sorry.
The sidewalk that is right there slopes back toward the building, so I know that sidewalk has to
Right.
be taken out, because it just slopes to the building.
Right.
That's where the water's probably going underneath.
For planning. Okay, policy, Mr. Giddens?
I don't have a date. I know I talked to Savannah before the meeting, and we're trying to lock up a date. And Mr. Whiston, we are a year behind on policies with the policy with the Illinois State Board, the Association of School Boards. You know, we subscribe to them. And the packet that we want to go over is May and August of 2015.
May and
Part of
August.
May has been done in chapter 200, and I can update you on that.
Okay, so May and August.
Yeah, the
2015.
next time for the policy committee to review. And we'll do that. We're trying to pick a night next week.
Let us know then.
I'll text you and let you know.
Okay,
Thanks.
and then let us know.
Who doesn't text?
Okay, we're gonna have to upgrade these people to smartphones.
It's a work phone.
I'm joking.
Technology. Mrs. Greiner?
We've done enough for
You-
today.
You've spent all the money, so yes.
We're
Okay,
good for now.
all right. That parent-teacher advisory is not doing anything right now.
That's all I got.
Right. All right, are there any visitors wishing to address the board?
Just about.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk, I was just gonna sit here. My name's Don Bach, I live at 201 Oak Ridge. I got this flyer tonight, I think it's a great idea. You know, being associated with this district for a few years, you know, it's good to see things are getting back what I call normal, okay? You hire two excellent people, talk to both of them. I wish them the best of luck, you know. They got their work cut out, whether it be with staff, unions, or whatever it may be, you know, but, you know, they will all work together, and that's what it's all about, you know. You can have your disagreements and things like this, but you don't hold a grudge, that's the way I've always felt. So I wish everybody good luck in there, and also, I wasn't here, I want to thank the math committee. They did a fantastic job of getting your math books all ordered and selected, so I wish them the best of luck, and good luck, everybody.
Thank you for all the stuff you did with the math group. You were
I was just a
leader with that
facilitator, they did the work, and,
You got it done in record
you
time.
know, they just did the work, we just moved forward, and I want to thank everybody, because,
We
you know,
appreciate
they're the
it.
ones that did the work, they're the ones that made the selection of the book, not me. I don't have to do it.
So you were invited to this?
Yeah, I just got the invitation, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, maybe.
He's always gonna be one of us, you know?
Let's don't,
I
He's
agree.
never
Let's go.
retiring, he's
let's
just
don't
gonna be
push
one
it
of us.
now. Don't be pushing things.
All right, we need a motion for executive session, please.
Make a motion to enter an executive session for student matters of employment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body and collective bargaining matters between the public body and its exclusive representation of its employees.
Second. Greg, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Oh, that we're cleaning out our basement, and you know, at one time, summer school was held in the basement of the library.
Darn right.
So I have about 6 desks that belong to the school.
Really?
Yes.
You might need it.
I might need them. Why do I need them?
Okay. Sorry, I forgot to ask if you needed to say something.
No, that's okay.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna follow Don. No way. There's no following. You get in front of him. You don't put that.
Roll call, please.
Aye.
Cable. Aye. Val Reagan. Aye. Tyler. Aye. Brian. Aye. Jalen.
Aye. Motion carried. 10-minute break. 5 minutes. Motion to resume regular session, please.
Make the motion to resume regular session at 8:26.
Do we have a second? Roll call.
Giddens,
Aye.
Cagle,
Aye.
Val Reagan.
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Reiner, aye, Bailey.
Aye, motion carried. In executive session, we did discuss personnel. We need a motion for employment of a band teacher, please.
I make the motion to employ Jessica Runk-Lampkin as a part-time band teacher for the 2016-17 school year.
Aye. Second.
Roll call, please.
Giddens,
Aye.
Cagle,
Aye.
Reagan,
Aye.
Tyler,
Aye.
Reiner, aye, Bailey.
Aye, motion carried. Does anyone have anything else?
I do.
Okay.
Just want to let you guys know that there is going to be a trunk sale at LaSalle School put on by Creve Coeur Creates on July 24th. I have the flyer that I will email you guys. I tried to do it the other day to Linda and Nick, and it didn't quite go, so I will send it to you guys.
You want to explain what a trunk sale
I was
is?
gonna ask what
Because
that
I
was
didn't know
referring
either.
Well, I don't know that I really quite understand it myself, but, I guess the cars will come, pay a $5 fee to the Creve Coeur Creates committee, and they will open up their trunk and sell their stuff like a garage sale, in the LaSalle parking lot, and that is something that we had talked to you about, Tony, ahead of time, and talking with the village. I didn't know if they had the proper amount of insurance, so I talked to the people at Unwin's office to make sure that there was proper coverage under the district's policy, and I did that on behalf of the school board, so I reached out to them since Mr. Aldridge had already left, Tony hadn't actually started yet. And they advised me that we would need to have the village add us on as, additional insured for this particular event. So I talked to the village and told them that that is what we would require. So, the people from the village got a hold of their insurance company and asked for us to be named on that. So they have sent, the proper information, and we do have a certificate, which I've already given a copy of that to Linda and to Tony. So now there's been a flyer made on behalf of this Creve Coeur Creates. So I have a copy of that in my email. I tried to forward it to them, but I guess I can't really do that from my phone, so I'll have to get online tonight and actually forward that to you guys so that you know. But I think it's from like 10 in the morning, 10:30 to sometime, but I'll get you guys, the 24th, July 24th.
Yep.
What is
This
Creve
one.
Coeur Creates?
That is, Creve Coeur has, started a Creve Coeur Economic Council, and, that is actually the name of the council, is Creve
Oh.
Coeur Creates.
Oh, okay.
So they have a Facebook page, and I'm actually on that council. And from there, they have different committees, so there's one for beautification, there's one for different committees, so don't ask me. They're having a meeting Thursday night, so there's been a lot of different meetings. They're trying to move the village forward, so you probably noticed some of the things that have been happening. They've been cleaning up the streets and things like that, so trying to work in conjunction with the schools and the different businesses and
When
things
do they
like
meet?
that. Thursday night. Thursday night at second floor. So, anyway.
Good
So
information.
that's what that's about.
Okay.
So they were part of, kind of spearheading getting the bank cleaned up and
It's much
contacting all the businesses in town. So some of the businesses have been painting and things like that. So I'm not gonna say that's because of that committee, but, we've been championing a lot of the businesses since, before April, so.
Thank you. Anything else?
Very involved in the community then.
Trying to. Well, they are, not.
Okay, I will make the motion to adjourn at 8:31.
Second.
Roll call.
Giddens,
Aye.
Cagle. Aye. Reagan.
Aye.
Tyler.
Aye.
Reiner. Aye. Bailey.
Aye.
Here.
Meeting adjourned.